Just doing it live then. Going in. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gospel of Comics.
Donnie.
Hey, my friend.
We are joined in the virtual studio today by Don Chen and the mysteriously bearded Bill Mouse.
How's it going? I'm a puppet.
This
I'm
is
a puppet in the
Bill
industry.
in his Beardzzerker cosplay here. It's fantastic. Looks just like Keanu Reeves with the beard.
Oh, I'm a spitting image. It's no
Right,
doubt.
yeah.
There's no doubt.
You also look like you're not allowed within 600 yards of an elementary school right now, Bill.
It's actually 800 yards. I've got the paperwork right here. It came with the gig.
Oh, man.
Whoa. That sounds just like him.
I mean, you sound like him, but I think if you were just a little more wooden and lacking in personality, you might be able to replicate.
I got you. So pull back is what you're saying.
Just more confused.
Whoa.
No, actually, I actually enjoyed several Keanu Reeves movies. I just don't know. Like, I'm also the kind of non-fun person who's like, I don't like The Matrix, and then everyone wants to stab me.
I didn't like it either. So
the first one was a classic. The other two were kind of, hey Don, I need that for my toupee. I can stop shaving my head. I just wear that.
Just like a lot of actors, I think there are jobs that you do for a paycheck, and there are jobs you do because you really want to do them. And I have never been confused about the idea that The Matrix was a paycheck.
I don't know, man. It was a cultural phenomenon. The Matrix was one of those things.
I'm saying for Keanu Reeves, it was a paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no. Like, if you want to see Keanu Reeves and doing something he loves, seriously, watch Man of Tai Chi.
I got you.
Yeah.
I see the lines of division that you're drawing. That's cool. The first Matrix is a guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy the first. The second and the third one were kind of, they just went to places that I didn't want them to go.
My thing is often just like, I am not a fan of things that I've become the.
Come on, you didn't enjoy the albino twins.
I just I've just never bought into.
I think Zion would look like a big toilet.
I've just never bought into whatever the pop culture darling is of moment.
Right.
You know, where everyone's like, "Oh, but this is so amazing and topical." It's like, yeah, but there are so many other things you're missing while you're just, huffing farts. Like, as a for instance, I'm sure there are people that are like, "Oh, have you heard about insert this other book whose name we will not mention," and so have not heard about Beardzzerker, and that's terrible.
Oh, you guys should be good co-hosts and go retweet the show link so that people will show up.
I'm working on it. I'm
back. They'll back Beardzzerker. They'll back Beardzzerker for the next three times and get their free X bars.
I'm passing it around, man.
Thank you.
I only got 16 hands. 8 of them are busy.
Well, here's the thing. Don got me a second lunchbox because I can't use the illustrious autograph lunchbox. That sits on the shelf. That doesn't eat. I just keep. Well, I keep the original tuna fish sandwich that came shipped in that one.
Okay. I'm giving myself CPR.
For anybody that hasn't backed the X-Farce lunchbox tier, you get a free tuna fish sandwich with a bite taken out of it from Don Chen in the lunchbox.
That's right.
So I kept the original.
DNA.
Right, I kept the original in the autograph lunchbox. That's sitting on my shelf, stinking up my living room right now.
Wait a minute. Did you say it has your DNA?
Yeah,
it has Don's DNA.
He took a bite out of it, so he's got his DNA on the sandwich.
So basically, if you're smart, you save it, and then when we have successful cloning technology, you just make another Don Chen.
Right.
What if it's just a crazy mustache? Just
It could be
only a mustache. We could have nose Zerker.
I'm thinking you guys are finally realizing what it's. You guys are finally realizing what it's like to have real facial hair, because some mornings you will wake up and your beard will just be mustache, like you won't have a mouth at all.
I
could be Abe Zerker.
For the
Abe
last
Zerker.
year.
Abe Zerker. We got a sequel to the book already.
Abe Zerker. Yeah, there we go. Abe Zerker.
The absolute best is like when, after many days of everything being fine, you wake up and your beard just decides today's the day that I'm going to be itchy, and no amount of management will make you not be itchy.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All day.
Actually, this makes sense because Abe Lincoln was in Bill and Ted. So
Yeah, see, it draws a little conclusion. Draws a little
I mean, is there a sequel in the offing called Abe Zerker?
No. What we need is a cameo. What we need is a cameo by Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
yeah,
You see.
I was gonna say
Yeah, that's good.
Talking about how they ruined his book in a movie.
that was a comic book, wasn't it?
No, it was a novel.
It was a novel.
Oh, it was a novel.
It's actually
It was
a
a big
really
boy
good
book.
novel.
A big boy book. Big brand.
They,
Big brand book.
Words and-
I know this is strange technology. They open left to right.
Yeah, there's some pictures.
That's crazy. That's right after stone tablets. I don't know
Nothing.
what the,
Nothing but words. No pictures, just words.
oh,
So,
jeez. You're talking to a guy who only draws pictures. That's it. That's all I got.
Do you even know how to write?
No, I do a lot of sound effects in the books that I write. A lot of oof, and a lot of kapows. But I think people can follow along.
I have been accused of knowing how to write.
Don is the weaver of words.
Yeah, I'm the
okay.
word.
I had to confirm that was called an onomatopoeia before I made an ass of myself. But yeah, that's what those are when the word sounds like the sound it makes, or the sound a word makes.
Neck Zerker.
Boom! Pow! Bang! Smash!
I'll be warm at the studio tonight.
Hold on, real quick. I'm just gonna
Chest
rename
hair
the stream.
Zerker.
Just gonna rename the stream "Playing with Our Fake Beards." Feel like the audience for that will be a completely different crowd of people.
Yeah, and at 8 minutes in, I still don't think the audience knows what we're actually here to talk about.
We are.
This is
I've
all
been-
about facial anomalies.
I've been trying to get there, but I lost control before we even started. the
We're
show.
clearly here to talk about fake beards.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I for one welcome our new fake facial hair overlords.
I, for one, also welcome our facial hair overlords.
I kind of wish I had a fake beard to wear over my real beard right now.
You see,
No, you put it at the bottom. You put it at the bottom. You give your beard a beard.
Ayrton, having a real beard makes you more elite in the cult because you can successfully grow one. We must
your beard would
suppress
be in the
this.
matrix of itself.
Yeah, we must suppress the smooth-shaven ones, for they are lesser.
All right, I'm gonna remove this beard while I have to remove.
Well, you gave us
my whole headgear.
you gave us 6 extra minutes, so I mean,
My headgear.
we can't complain. But this is what we're here to talk about, folks. Beardzzerker number 1.
Hey,
A parody of Keanu Reeves' Berserker. He's a rock and roll Rip Van Winkle heavy metal warrior awakened in the right the modern world's wrongs. And the campaign leader here, Magneto.
Magneto.
So get ready to rock. And that's what these two fine gentlemen are joining us on the show to talk about today. Because if I'm not mistaken, Bill, you're very much involved with drawing the Beardzzerker.
yes, I am the weaver of lines, and Don is the weaver of words.
The weaver of words.
No, we had a lot of fun. It's a really fun script that Don put together.
Thank you, Bill.
kind of a big tour de farce of pop culture that Keanu is a part of. All the little things that we know about Keanu is all in the script. So it's awesome.
I mean, I'm currently reading this for the number of metal references in it. It's like, yes, this is of my interests.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Well, if you're one of the next 3 backers, let's look at the number of backers real quick so we can see if we can get some of those. But the next 3 backers will get a free copy of X-Farce,
Yes.
courtesy of One
Awesome.
Nine Chin.
There's the caveat. The church they have to back the Dax Martian cover,
The Dax Martian cover.
which is
Let's
the
take a look.
Jack Kirby one.
Oh, this guy.
I got you.
Hey, that-
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that guy.
There's a full image on the left. You just have to scroll down a little bit more. It's kind of like almost. You're getting close. There you go.
There you found him.
That's the one.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I like the
nice.
cat.
Yeah, everybody likes Cat Stevens. That's his name.
I'm telling you, he's going to get a spinoff. He's going to get his own book at some point. Everybody likes Cat Stevens.
Look, be careful. Be careful. A lot of people are doing cats in Comicsgate right now. You don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Cats and werewolves, right? Did
I don't-
Church? Did you back this like the first? Were you one of the first 25 or 35? Do you know?
I have no idea, Don, to be
You don't
completely
know?
honest with you. I may have already backed it. I may not have. I
That's all
drink
right.
a lot on these shows, and I spend money that I don't have on them. So there's a very good possibility you could go either way on that one, buddy.
I wanted to show the viewers what the first 35 backers get. which
Oh, we'll
is-
show the viewers what they get. Oh,
Cat
okay. Let's.
Stevens.
Oh, they get the Cat Stevens sticker. Let's see if we can,
Oh,
we can bring you to the forefront
nice.
here. Oh shit, we got to bring Don back. I removed him. My bad.
That's
I
all
was
right.
trying
There
to,
he-
I was
there
trying
he
to
is.
pin you.
The
Here we go.
limited Cat
Hold on.
Stevens.
There
Yeah.
we go. man.
It's pretty sweet.
I love that.
And then if we hit $7,000, which is our goal, which Ayrton got a preview. He got the Beardzzerker guitar pick.
I did. I'll turn my camera on and let's see. Is that
with Bill's artwork on it. So
All right, let's see. Let's make Ayrton big.
Ayrton,
There.
yeah,
There he is.
there
That's
we go.
cool.
Look at that. This thing is gorgeous.
Are you
thanks,
gonna
man.
use it?
I actually don't use picks anymore. I only finger pick. So this is going to
Ah.
stay nice and pristine, and I'm gonna keep it forever.
Thanks, Ayrton. Do you have any?
Awesome.
Do you have any famous musician memorabilia besides, or do you collect?
I have like a record collection, and then I have a dollar bill that I take with me to shows if I might meet a band that I have people sign. But it's a bunch of like small bands at the moment from like back in the mid 2000s that I used to go see.
Hmm.
That's about all I have at right now.
That's
I,
cool.
uh,
That's cool that you do that.
I had an indie rap group sign a blunt wrap that they threw out at the concert when I was 14 years old, and they're throwing like these pre-roll, like not pre-roll, but these leaves. Like you have two categories of blunt wraps for those who don't know. You've got the cigars that you have to dump the tobacco out of, and then you have just the leaves that come wrapped around a little plastic tube. Well, they had thrown a little plastic tube one out in the little foil wrapper into the crowd, and I picked one up and stuck it in my pocket, and I met him after the show and had him autograph it. And to this day, I still got that in a box somewhere outside. And they apparently became successful rappers for a while, and then
Huh.
fell off into obscurity. They were called Potluck.
Potluck. Oh, I think
Yeah.
I've heard of them up here.
Yeah,
and,
they're from your neck of the woods, Humboldt County, California.
yeah. I think that's too funny.
Yeah. So I saw them perform. They were opening. They were opening for somebody. They were the second opening act. It was a metal band. These guys, and I don't even remember who the main like show was, because I was just there with some friends because we had passes.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I imagine it was pretty smoky in that concert.
No, you couldn't indulge in the venue. Out back it was very smoky. And their tour bus did have an aroma coming from it that I was unable to identify.
It kind of looked like Spicoli and his buddies coming out in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson just appeared out of the bathroom in the tour bus.
Yeah. You know, Willie Nelson's the only man that's seen someone die from marijuana. He saw a bale fall on somebody once. Let's get Ayrton out of solo mode. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Anyway,
so what you're saying is it wasn't the weed that killed him. It was this bale of hay.
Right? No, it was the bale of marijuana.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so technically it was a direct cause of the death. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. It was a bale of marijuana fell on the guy. But yeah, Critical Blast in the chat says the bale fell from a high place.
Hi, RJ.
Yeah, every time I want to stretch, I'll just turn on my.
What's that? High place. Get it? High place.
I said, done. I got me a Beardzzerker and a X-Force on the way.
Oh, good.
Done.
All right, let's refresh that.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Well, I mean, not only do I like me some comics, but I like me
fell from a high place.
We are so close to 5,000. We're getting there. Wow, thank you.
Yep, we're getting there. It hasn't updated yet, but that'll put it up to 97. So
this is a direct invalidation of the argument that I don't like fun. I do like fun. I'm just very selective about my fun.
I don't like your fun.
Hey, Church, you have to tell me more about your coworkers' reactions to the lunchbox. I actually put that in the update. Did you know that I put your lunchbox picture? If you click on the update, you can scroll down, and I didn't even ask you permission.
In matter of point, while Church digs that up, we had, I want to say, like an hour-long conversation about lunchboxes, which included going to like eBay and looking up old lunchboxes, because I have a old Secret Wars Marvel lunchbox from like 1984, and we were discussing, being too poor for stuff.
That's probably worth something now.
No, it's a loved, trusted, used family relic, and Church was trying to buy it off me, and I'm like, no.
He wouldn't take an obscene amount of money for it. And I was upset, but it's okay. I can get one for like $400 if I really want it.
It's okay, Church. No one minds if you have to go cry in the closet for 10 to 15 minutes every day.
That's right.
I have my. Go ahead, Church. I want to show you my old second grade lunchbox. That's on my
sweet.
Oh,
like
fantastic.
We're talking old school.
Oh,
really old.
Connection, right?
I need to clean this thing off. It's pretty disgusting. It even has like my
sandwich inside.
My name and Dymo, like the Dymo label on it.
I used to have those and everything.
See, your lunchbox looks like my lunchbox. They're both loved and beaten.
I'm never gonna part with this baby.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
If anything, if the bombs drop and the world ends and we all are sent back to some kind of post-apocalyptic Mad Max environment, I'm gonna beat somebody to death with my lunchbox.
Yeah.
I took it to work last week a few times when because I also got a grill last week, and I've had some leftover burgers, and nothing's more delicious than leftover burgers. So I was carrying stuff to work in it, and it's fairly roomy. Like, I had no idea. I've never had a tin lunchbox before. Like, I had brown paper bag lunches, and I had like the nylon lunchboxes by the time I was in school. So I never had one this cool. So
thanks,
I carried it in, and first thing I noticed about it when I was packing it up the night before, I was like, I could fit a lot of food in this thing. Like, this is ridiculously roomy.
That's cool.
And
I used to hate those Tupperware ones. Those Tupperware ones were evil. I hated that.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
That was embarrassing.
The Velcro
The one-
flap.
yeah.
When you got to take your sandwich
And
out.
it had different sections, and it would always crush your chips because for whatever reason, your chips in the apple always ended up on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I carried it into work, and the first thing that my boss looked at me and just said, "Of course you have a lunchbox." And my direct supervisor thought it was awesome, and it's been a talking point around the office that like everybody sees it initially and they think it's an original X-Force one. And then they look closer at it and they're like, what the fuck is X-Force? So I get to give them the spiel, right? And they're like, oh God, he does look like Ted Turner.
Yeah, that's funny. That's great, man.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I was going to say,
What
you need to find some kind of drink container that'll fit in there because it's not big enough to hold like your brisk iced tea on the table, right? You have to.
No, but it will hold the monsters.
The Munsters?
The Monster Energy
drinks.
Oh, the Monster. Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay, that's good.
It'll hold a Monster.
Oh,
can.
yeah.
It'll hold canned sodas.
Oh, that's good.
Well, Walmart sells those little half-size cans of Pepsi and Coke.
You mean
That's
the woman-sized cans?
The child-size cans, yeah. Little,
No, when I say child size, I want a can the size of a small child.
You open up the box, it's like, call the police.
Join us next week while Church is broadcasting from his dialysis appointment.
That's right. No, I need 656 ounces, roughly the size of a 3-year-old child.
I'm concerned that you know that off the top of your head.
It's a Parks and Recreation reference, you jackass.
Okay.
Oh,
Don't worry.
right. Okay, yeah, I forgot about. Okay.
I need to get out of the house more often.
Anyways, I love that picture. That's fantastic.
It's great.
Yeah, and
some of Bill's work, I think I sent you some, but
you did.
like in Twitter. But there's a couple pages in the latest update that Bill just did. But we can take a look at them whenever.
I'll get those pulled up and then shared. I don't want to leak all my DMs, all of Ayrton's nudes and whatnot.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, please don't. So, what made you guys want to spoof Beardzzerker out of all projects?
We thought to make a lot of money.
This is why I love these guys. They're open and honest about it.
I mean, look at this thing. It sold like 600,000 copies. And
So,
I thought in my head, if I did the math, if we could sell 1% of that at like $25 a piece or $20 a piece, that would be great. But
then we can retire.
I calculated wrong.
aren't you Asian? How'd you calculate it wrong?
Well, I'm okay at math, but I can't predict the buying habits of mainstream America. So
that's fair.
Not even mainstream America knows what they want.
We'll let it slide.
Yeah. Can you make that a little larger, Church, or is that
that's what I'm working on.
Oh, okay, no worries. Take your time.
Don't rush me on.
What else? Well, I thought it would be fun just because, when we were doing Parody Press, we would always try to spoof the hot comic of the period, and to me, there was nothing more spoof worthy from last year than Beardzzerker. And
that was a hot item for sure.
Yeah, when you watch the Keanu, his own self-made trailer, it just, to me, it was just so ripe to parody, which is what we did with our trailer.
We had good
That's
times.
fantastic.
RuneKnight, have you seen our trailer?
Your trailer? No, I have.
Oh,
I have seen
you
the,
haven't?
the. I have
I
seen
think
the Keanu Reeves trailer though.
Oh, okay, good. Okay,
Did-
well, maybe we can play it.
You've played it on some of your streams, right, Don?
The Keanu one?
Your version of it.
Yeah, I've done.
Okay.
I've done both. I usually, usually on my streams, I'll have a little ad promo of that.
In matter of point, you have squeezed money out of the stone that is my fist, based on nothing more than the high appraisal of other people, and the fact that you guys seem pretty mellow.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I'll always support
Thanks,
Don.
man.
Don just seems like good people, and he gave us a shot, even though we're nobodies.
I
Yeah,
am not
what-
a wealthy man. I cannot just spend my money, heedlessly. So when I'm told that a good project comes by enough people, I don't question it.
Thank you, Rin.
Of course, that also is why I ended up owning a copy of Inglorious Bastards and wishing that I could get my money back. So
Sweetheart.
Well,
Really?
that-
There's an Inglorious Basters comic book?
no, I have the movie. I was told the movie. I was told the movie was great, but I come from a house of history buffs, and we were like, no.
Oh, I thought it was actually a comic book called Inglorious
No, that-
Basters. It was
That
like
would be hilarious.
with basting, like a basting cooking tool.
well, you just gave
Yeah,
Don
it could
his
be. It could be
next
like a
parody
Thanksgiving special. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, totally. It's like, make it a whole Thanksgiving special.
There we
the,
go.
The real question is, who do we weaponize the turkey baster against? And is that or is that not a crime in your principality?
against the Ku Klux or Ku Klux Klan.
Man, they
against the clam? I think we could take war against the clam.
Well, while you guys discuss
the
this,
clan.
I have to go manage a small child, so I shall
Okay.
return. You guys,
No
you
worries.
guys go ahead. I've got the artwork up, Don.
Oh, I thought it was because you're a right-wing influencer and you couldn't be associated with this kind of dangerous talk.
Oh no, I am the danger room.
Welcome to the danger zone.
Yeah, but you don't want to look bad in front of all your other right-wing friends, right?
So, do you guys give us kind of like what's going on here in this page and or panel?
So if you watch the trailer, or just in a nutshell, the hero is an 80s teenager who's fallen into a coma for 30 years. So actually almost more than 30 years. So he wakes up in 2021 and the world's changed a lot. So I basically took Ted from the Bill and Ted movie and we made him, a ripped Van Winkle type of character. So in the last 30 plus years, while he's been in this NyQuil-induced coma, the government's been downloading all the latest software for like fighting and combat into him. So when he wakes up, he's a one-man killing machine, but he still has the brain of a teenager, and he's totally ripped, and he's basically like a John Wick type, but he's a little bit dim-witted. So the government is wanting him to solve all the different world problems that no one can seem to solve. But back in the 80s, he would use a phone booth, to time travel or travel wherever. But he asked his liaison, do I still have a phone booth to travel in? And his liaison, whose name is Rupert, says, well, we don't have phone booths anymore. We use nuclear-powered porta potties. So they go anywhere that a sewer line can go. And so he travels underground in this porta potty with his cat. So
Look, if your porta potty
this
doesn't
is
have the
awesome,
Chernobyl glow, it's not working.
what was that, Ren?
They said if your porta potty doesn't have that Chernobyl glow, it's not working.
If you look in the bottom of a porta potty, it does look like it could have some radioactive.
Who else caught Batman in the top corner here?
Oh, I saw that immediately. I just didn't want to call the game.
Looks like Spock's over here. You got
Yeah, with the Horta, that pizza looking thing in the caves. Remember that episode with the eggs?
Joking aside, because I can be snarky forever. Oh, I see a Ninja Turtle.
There's a Ninja Turtle in there.
There's a real throwback feel to this, to like late 70s, early 80s comics, like because Marvel
Boba Fett helmet
used to have joke comics that were just batshit insane, but they were fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually really do like that. I like the idea that it's like all of these, non-official, non-canonical appearances of random dudes, because of course random dudes are there. It is great.
Thanks, Grin. Bill and I kind of come from like the school of Crack Magazine and Mad Magazine. So we grew up on Don Martin, John Severin.
So somebody's got to keep the torch alive after Mad went under. When I heard about that, I was sad, man. It's like end of an era type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like that's how I felt about it too. So if we can do something in that space and fill that niche, or heaven forbid, actually become that niche at some point, that would be amazing. Just to be able to have the honor to carry that torch, as it were.
There always has to be somebody that's like tweaking the nose of the serious sex out there, reminding them that this is supposed to be fun.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think the world has gotten too serious in the last few years.
I think the key is to just never let a single political figure ruin your entire customer base.
There's that. I like that. That's a good axiom to follow.
I feel I need to put my icon on. So here we go.
well, this one I could pick my nose and stuff while we're talking, and it's like, I feel pretty good about it.
I mean, I do have a question. Don, do you appear in your book?
I have in past books, like the hamsters.
Do you have a very large chin when you do?
What's that?
Do you have a very large chin when you do?
No, usually it's pretty small.
because the
we need to draw him with the Jay Leno chin.
I know, right? He's like the Jay Leno,
or like a Bruce Campbell chin, yeah.
I don't
I
think
did find a bunch of brochures behind the dolphin characters. There's a bunch of little brochures next to them, like for the Flipper TV show and SeaWorld and a bunch of crap. So little, very, very tiny Easter eggs to find later.
Yes, I love those, Bill.
And since I'm not done drawing the book yet, maybe Don will actually make an appearance in this book.
I mean,
here's the question. On this stuff with those Easter eggs, is that all you, or does Don like kind of give you some nudges in the direction that he wants to see things, or do you just go crazy with it and like, Don will take it?
Don gives me the script with all the stuff he's got, and if I have room to fit in extra things that I think of along the way that just makes sense, then I like throwing things in there.
Oh, I'm full of bad ideas.
It's a team effort. Yeah, we're both full of bad ideas, so we try to get as much of it on the page as we can.
We see the Porta-John emerging from the sewer lines here, and we see Keanu making his grand entrance into Matrix manufacturing. Always safe to use the extra X on the end of Matrix to avoid lawsuits.
Exactly.
And then it seems like we have a litany of old X-Men villains with brass knuckles, sausages, and firearms that all get pretty much decimated by the Beardzzerker and Cat Stevens. And
Cat Stevens has got the moves. He's the one with the best moves, man. Check him out, man. He's fierce.
He knows Kung Mu.
Kung Mu.
Oh,
excellent.
Oh.
And what's the shark guy's name? What's that all about?
No, he's a porpoise, man.
His name is Dolph. His name is Dolph Funyon.
Now the fun part is
now I realize I'm I'm not much of a portrait guy, so I realized I really didn't pull off the Dolph Lundgren portrait on his face as well as I could have.
Well, you see, the secret is he's actually a marine biologist.
Let me just give you 2 ticks and run it back. Maybe go back and change his pants into boxing trunks and put him in boxing gloves, but keep the exact same aesthetic.
Can I just nominate Don? Can I just nominate Don for like the pun master of the world?
It's bad now, Ayrton, because if he's going to start punning, then I'm going to start punning, and before you know it, everything's done. Everything's done. It's going to turn into a pun war.
These are just the raw inks. Are there any plans to get this book colored, or what are we doing in that regard?
Oh yeah, this is a full color book.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We're just in progress. We're just in process. Yep.
In fact, Bill's daughter is coloring it.
Hey, Dillard.
Welcome, Dillard. How's it going, buddy?
Dillard. Hey, buddy. I wanted to say that in my original script, I wanted the Dolph to look more like the Kingpin, and I had him like kind of with the cheesy Hitler mustache, but he just didn't look quite that menacing. So Bill put him in. He made him look more like the Ivan Drago Dolph. So I think that's much funnier than what.
What did he look too like warm and inviting with the Hitler stash? Was that the problem?
Instead of the boxing trunks and the gloves, you could always like give him a Dragon Ball style scouter, and then you're tapping that Universal Soldier bit.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I'm very proud of my little flat top, though. Putting a flat top on.
I love that. Yeah,
that's the best part. That's the best part.
We call that a fin top.
Fin top.
So the this scene is because there's this Rick Astley earworm pandemic. It's been released.
Give you up.
Exactly.
Never gonna let you down.
It's been released from Germany, and so it's stopping all the world's productivity because everybody is singing this song, not getting anything done.
We're no stranger to puns. You know the rules, and so do I.
One more thing about Dolph. Just don't ask about his blowhole. This is a family comic.
Well, it's underneath the flat top, so nobody ever sees it. Very
right.
Correct. All right. So
I wouldn't rub your fingers through his hair, though.
I wouldn't do it backwards. I've heard they're like either shark backwards or something.
No, that's sharks. And not unless
I think Dolph Lundgren would be a dolphin shark. Yes.
And not unless he's paid you first.
Oh, okay.
In sand dollars.
I hate everything about what's happening.
Who said $10?
Hey, could have been worse. He could have been offering sandwiches.
Oh man. Yeah, so he has a German accent, Dolphin does, and then his agents are there's the Michael Douglas guy from Falling Down, and we got Hans and Fran from Saturday Night Live in there.
Got to pump you up.
All right, we are now at $4,933.
Oh,
97 backers.
Thank you.
That's Rune's backing.
Hook up the power of the beard.
Oh, you're so awesome, man. We're at 70% with a month to go, so I think we're looking good.
Seriously, for the cost of a cup of coffee, Don can feed this starving artist every day.
Yeah, but if
So that he
you
can
only
bring
back
his
for a cup of
pay.
coffee, he gives that money to his wife. So
Hey, for a
That's right. She takes the coffee money.
the question is for the cost of a cup of coffee for Don's wife, could you feed this starving writer?
probably not.
That would be like a week's worth of ramen. $5.
Yeah, he got a point.
That's full circle for me. That's what I had for dinner.
Well, I mean, that would feed my mother, so maybe. My mom eats ramen. I do not. I eat that stuff so much.
Bill, did you have anything healthy in your ramen, or was it just the noodles and that packet full of MSG?
I didn't even have like the little. Usually it comes with a little freeze dried vegetables or something. All I had was a packet of powder.
It was just noodles of poverty.
Oh, I don't think you ate it right, Bill. What you were
powdered poverty.
What you were supposed to do with that particular packet of ramen was eat the noodles dry and then snort the flavor packet.
Then dance hard techno.
That's some street right there. That's a street type.
Now, Bill,
that's how you harvest all the nutrients out of that particular packet of ramen.
Man, you don't know. You don't know. Flavor packets is the new jazz. That shit can go for like $2,000 on the street.
Look, no joke. We were talking about Willie Nelson earlier. I saw on Twitter that they have concentrated and made a powder product out of THC that you're supposed to snort. And I just wonder, is that for the stoner that wants to look edgy like a cokehead, or the cokehead who just wants to relax? Like, who is this product for? Who asked for this? Who's looking at marijuana going, you know what? I'm tired of smoking this. I'd like to snort it like the degenerates that do cocaine.
It's for tryhards that want the it's for tryhards that want the appearance of cocaine but can't afford the reality.
This stuff's more experienced than more expensive than street blow.
We're talking about people who do drugs, Church. They ain't bright.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'm going to have a credit card and a mirror. That's what I want. Chop it up.
Now, if you're using a credit card, is that charging it to your account?
Oh, God.
Well, I don't know if the credit card's any good, except for chopping.
How many chopping days are you in?
I don't know. How many days before Christmas is it right now? How many chopping days?
I
didn't sell that one good enough. It's fine. I know. It's too many months. It's too many months ahead of Christmas.
Let's not oversell the joke and make it not funny, guys. Calm down.
I'm just saying.
Let me get my cricket out. Replace my.
I mean, quite frankly, by the time Christmas comes around, you don't need to buy any snow. It's already coming down.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So, Beardzzerker, let's go through the perks. Oh, actually, let's play the video. You guys want to play the video? Let's play the video.
Yeah. So Ren can see what he just committed to.
Sure.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
Oh, I have seen this.
Oh, you have seen it?
I have.
I gotta share the audio. Hold on.
Oh yes, no, the audio is epic. You need both.
It's that little tiny button for the audio. I always miss it myself.
Yeah,
right?
They need to get bigger.
They just auto include it and give you the option to turn it off.
Exactly.
Totally awesome. And I'm totally awesome too. Beardzzerker has everything you want from a comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got great action, has a little romance, and it's about something. Not just any something. It's a parody of some thing. And I was like, well, I used to collect, and I love comic books. And they were like, so, did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then Parody Press was like, oh, yeah. So they made a comic book that's a parody of my comic book. And it will probably be pretty hilarious, because that's what a parody is. Or at least what it's supposed to be. You know, this idea of kind of like a rock and roll warrior. Someone in an altered state. Someone with a big guitar axe. Then a pet cat that's from the hood. Just out of control. Speaking of out of control, there's his beard. It gets bigger and longer throughout the book until it takes on a fantastical life of its own. It's like, whoa! So, check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But honestly, I didn't really do that much, other than rambling on about comics and books. I mean, comic books. Wait, what was I saying? Oh well. Enjoy! Beardzzerker from Parody Press. Back it today!
See, I can't live in the magical world I want to live in, where Keanu Reeves hears about Beardzzerker and backs it. That's what I want. That's the world I want to live in.
You
Dude,
never.
that would be. That's a bucket list item right there.
It's like
I can picture
what I'm
him
hearing
doing
is that I think what I'm hearing is that people need to tag Keanu Reeves in their tweets where they back Beardzzerker.
Yes.
Well, now I'm totally going to do that because if you go refresh, I was going to back it last week, but then Church said you guys were coming on, so I decided to wait till the show.
Ayrton, don't make me cry, man.
But I want to let you know, Don, I backed the cover that you get the X-Files, but I already have 2 copies, so no need to send me a 3rd copy of X-Files. I just like that cover the best out of all of them.
Well, Ayrton, I'll send you
98.
I'll send you the one that you don't have. I think you've got which one? Bill's.
Yeah, I got Bill's, and then I got the cesspool and tangerine.
Okay,
cover.
so you don't have the throwback like the '60s one. So I'll make a note to include
well,
one,
thank
so
you.
you'll have a complete set.
Oh well.
Yeah, the Magneto.
And this is why I say, Don, you are the most wholesome man in comics. That's how I describe you to everyone when I'm talking about your work. You are the most wholesome man in comic books.
I have a copy of Skin 13 here, Bill. I think that would.
I was going to say publicly, maybe. We don't know what he gets up to, in the basement with his.
Publicly, the
captives.
most wholesome man in comics. Privately, he associates with alt-right comic book influencers like that.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, he associates with us. That doesn't speak to his good decision making. It's not his character.
Oh man, I've been on this show a few times. I've probably been on your show more than any other other show.
Yeah, about every 6 to 8 months, I think you come on.
Yeah,
He was on 3 months ago.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally the hanger on. They just can't get rid of. That's why they had to be the Tard Wrangler.
The turd wrangler?
No, the Tard Wrangler. I mean, technically, yeah, I know. I would say Church and Ayrton are a couple of turds.
That's a good name. It's Turd Wrangler.
That's right.
You might want to write that down, Don. We got books to make.
Remember that SNL?
Comic about RuneKnight. Comic about RuneKnight coming soon.
Oh no, that'd just be depressing, man.
The Turd Wrangler, DM extraordinaire.
The misadventures of a guy who never made it in a land that can't be done.
Hold on. What does that say? Hold on. I can't read that. Did that say 99 backers? Oh, did I just back it too? Shit. Okay.
Wow, we're getting there. Getting close
99.
Wow.
Awesome.
So you're a thumbnail away from $5,000, Don.
Wow.
This update should be less than one backer away from 5K.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Also, you really don't have to send me another copy of X-Force or X-Force because I already have 4 of them.
well, I mean, what if he randomly sends you a copy of X-Force, like he has one lying around? It's
right. If you want to sign a copy of X-Force and just like doodle on the cover a bit, that's fine. But
that would be hilarious.
That's kind of funny. That might be a fun perk, is to have Bill to face Rob Liefeld's X books.
What's it say? What's the autograph say? This isn't my book. Love, Don Chen.
Yeah, have Bill.
You know what? You know what, Don?
Throughout the entire X-Force book.
What's that, Bill?
There we go. It's updated now.
You might remember from.
Go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say Don might remember from the old days, but if I had the ball to sign a copy of Mouse by Art Spiegelman at a comic book, I will certainly sign a copy of X-Force.
Someone really bring that?
Now, I made sure that this person knew that I was not Art Spiegelman. But they wanted me to sign it anyway, so I was just like, all right, so you officially have the only issue of Mouse that's actually signed by Mouse, but I'm not Art Spiegelman. They thought it was hilarious, and they walked away.
See,
that's what it's all about, man. Good times and noodle salad.
I'm a monster because my mind says you sign the book and you give it to Art Spiegelman.
Here's the echo, guys. You guys hear echo?
Uh-oh. The echo started up. Yeah, I don't know where it started from.
Who doesn't have headphones?
I don't. I turned on the YouTube channel. I can hang on. I might have some earbuds.
That's usually what it is.
It's not me this time.
You know what it is, Don? It's like because at some point I'm going to be breaking the fourth wall, and I'm going to be actually doing a sketch cover on a copy of the actual Beardzzerker.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of these that I've got a couple of those that I'm gonna sell later as a celebration of the campaign.
Awesome.
Let me know when that
So
happens.
I supported Keanu just as much as we're supporting.
That's right. That's right. Let me know when that happens. I might need to get involved in that. I might need to pick one of those up.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Do you guys hear the echo?
Yeah, no, I hear the echo. I'm just trying to figure out who it is.
Is it me?
I'm thinking it's you, Church, because I've had it since.
It can't be me. It's the head. I don't know. Hold on.
I'm going to mute myself and just listen and see what happens, and then I'll come back in a second.
Yeah.
I don't think my headphones are doing anything, but I'll double check.
All right. How about that? Is that any better?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I don't hear it.
Oh, well, I just.
I don't know if I hear it. Yeah.
Testing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Maybe should I go out and my AirPods aren't connecting to my computer right now.
That's probably what it is.
I kept myself muted and I kept on hearing the echo of everybody else. So.
I'm not hearing it, so it might be me, but I don't see how it could be me because I have headphones.
I'm only hearing it from Don and Bill. I'm not hearing it from you, Church.
Okay.
Now I have my AirPods on, so I still hear the echo.
This is a professional outfit.
Should I leave the studio and come back?
I'm gonna mute. Tell me if it's still there when I mute.
Okay. Go ahead.
Testing.
Yeah. Daily Beloved.
I still hear it. Okay, we got it.
Yep.
We got to figure this out. It's like Clue. Can you mute individual?
All right, I muted, and it wasn't me. Rune, it's your turn.
It's like
one at a time is what we're gonna do. Oh, I still hear it. Yep, yep.
I still hear it.
Rune.
It's not Rune. It's not Rune.
It's not Rune. All right, Trester. All right, let's see. Echo. Hello,
Echo, I still hear it. I still hear it. I bet it's me.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna mute this.
Hello?
This is the quality content you all come for.
Actually,
Oh yeah,
I think-
no,
I
this
think-
is what everybody
You guys
wants.
still hear it?
I can still hear it on you, Don.
Oh, it must be me.
And myself.
Okay,
All right. We'll see what Don does when he gets muted here for a second.
Test your mute. Make sure that nobody make sure it's not multiples of us.
All right,
Okay,
testing 1, 2, testing. All right. Yes. No.
No, I can still hear it.
Dearly beloved. Yeah, I can still hear it too.
Is it just all of us?
Yes, it's all of us.
This is
I haven't heard it the first time, so I don't know.
should we come back?
Well-
Should we
I
leave and
blame
come back?
StreamYard.
Is it because you're sharing the screen? Or...
And that might be it. Let me remove that. How about that?
No, that sounds pretty good.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2, dearly beloved. All right, there you go. We
Oh,
found
so
the
it's
thing.
screen share?
Yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Oh, because you were. It was because you were sharing the audio from the screen. You just played the trailer.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, but the
So
thing
you're
is the
pushing
only
the audio.
thing on that screen was that YouTube video that I stopped. So that was the only audio supposed to be coming from there. StreamYard
Exactly.
picture crap.
But then you have to reshare the screen from scratch, but not sharing the audio because it'll still share the audio. Like the feedback loop is still there somewhere in the background. I don't know. It's weird.
That makes sense. It doesn't, but I'll say it does for just how
Well, there's another plot
that's
line
his-
for you. Do a Clue parody, Don, and it's just like
Oh,
five
that'll be-
boomers trying to figure out why there's
No.
an echo on their group call.
Ayrton,
Like where's
That's
the echo?
Ayrton, that's amazing. You remember how they released Clue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with like 3 different endings.
Right. So what you do is you do the comic and you do 90% of it, right? But then you do multiple endings, right? You release them in different areas. Nobody knows what ending they get. And you have to either back multiple times or
No.
or you
Let
have
me-
to pay
let
at a
me-
higher level to get the book with multiple endings.
Let me like reduce that idea down to a more manageable scheme.
Okay, cool.
You make the main book that's got an ambiguous cliffhanger, and then you do 3 different ash cans that have the endings in them.
Yes.
Wow.
with a option when you're backing to buy multiple ash cans. So like if you want all of them, you can buy like the elite mystery
Right.
pack that has all 3 ash cans in it and pick your
Right.
ending.
Oh, pick your end. Pick your ending. That sounds kind of naughty. Now,
Pick your ending. Sorry, it just registered.
I hate
Oh
all of
my
you.
God.
I mean, I wouldn't advise
love
doing
it.
it in public, but sure, if you feel the need.
that's
All
pretty good. That's a pretty good idea. I like it.
I see what's going on.
It's almost like those old books. You know, I think there were like Dungeons and Dragons adventures, and you would choose like a different ending or something. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Goosebumps did it too. Everybody had a flavor of it in the late '90s. That was the hot young adult book theme was pick your own adventure books. I remember my first pick your own adventure Goosebumps book was Curse of something. It was Curse of the Abominable Snowman or something, and like 4 of the endings were all you just died.
Just bam. It's like, oh man.
And then I remember having the brilliant idea, I'm just going to read this cover to cover. And I'm like, well, this is dumb.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who tried to read a pick your own adventure book just cover to cover.
Let's look at the first real quick. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, okay. perks go as followed. We've got a featured perk. Pop XP show special. What the fuck does that mean, Don?
It means I didn't get a chance to put a Gospel of Comics special up.
Okay.
I want you to say that. I want you to say that after every single tier that you read. Just because it adds punch. I don't know. It adds an edgy, nice little punch to it.
Let me fix that. I will change that as you guys discuss. I'm going to make a Gospel of Comics tier on the fly. So
we're going to make an entire tier just called the Disappointment of Comics.
That's right.
I'll do the WTF tier.
Oh, can you call it the tier of failure?
That's right. That's it, right there. Tier of failure.
The tier of
there
failure.
you go. I love it. I will do that. Okay.
But you got buy Laura Chen a cup of coffee for $5 US. She must not be going to Starbucks to get the extra espresso.
I know that's very conservative. That's very conservative on that cup of coffee there. Yeah, chip
Right. Well, I mean, unless you guys have
what
really
kind of
nice
coffee are you guys? What kind of coffee are you guys getting? Because a large dark French roast with a shot of espresso up here is like $3.50.
Yeah.
I get an iced white Americano with 3 extra shots of espresso usually.
Oh, so a bunch of Italian words. Each Italian word adds an extra $2 to the drink.
Yeah, I get a venti iced white Americano with 3 extra shots of espresso, which is like 5. I think it's between 5 and 8 shots of espresso, depending on who makes it. But it's basically espresso cream, a little sugar, and some whipped cream. But
I usually get my dog a puppuccino. They give him a little puppuccino. It's just a little cup filled with whipped cream, but they make it sound fancy. Yeah, that's all it is. But my dog feels fancy. They don't charge me for it, so I'm like, all right. It's
you got a Beardzzerker Kiss My Axe album. Now, what's that? That is a soundtrack MP3.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. We've got a guy that, if you like the music that was in the trailer, that's a friend of mine named Laz, and he's awesome. So we're taking 7 of his songs and putting it on an album.
Is there actually a track called "Kiss My Axe"?
There isn't. Maybe Ayrton, I might need you to make one for us.
I will be interested.
I mean, I have a drum. I just got a drum set this week, so
really
I can do that now. Yeah.
Wow.
I will be interested to hear that because Blue Oyster Cult has a song by the same name.
All right, so we've got the Beardzzerker Canon White cover.
No. Blue Oyster Cult has a song.
Blue
by the
Oyster.
same
You guys gonna let me get through these tiers?
I mean,
talking? I'll go
Mozart
smoke.
also has a
It's
song
fine.
called "Lick Me in the Ass."
That's fine. I'm going to smoke. You guys just keep going.
I did make a tier of failure pack. I need to make it visible and feature it.
You know what I will never understand? I will never understand church getting all fed up when we're trying to be on topic. It's just...
On topic would be reading the goddamn tier list.
On topic is discussing their excellent musical editions.
Yes, I love Blue Oyster Cult. I didn't even know they had a song called Godzilla until recently, though. But that's how behind I am.
Well, most people only recognize Blue Oyster Cult for their "Don't Fear the Reaper" song,
right? Because of Saturday Night Live.
Because of
or "Smoke on the Water."
Smoke. No, that was a Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah, it was.
That was Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't. I'm sorry, I got my colors mixed up. Sorry, I got some red in my Blue Oyster Cult.
Rune, what era of music what are your favorite?
Rune is our resident old man.
Yeah. No, I am a huge fan of the metal. And even though I like all kinds of metal, I freely admit that I have horrible taste because I actually do enjoy hair metal.
Awesome.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hair metal is great.
Oh no, there are people that are like, oh, you like glam and hair metal, you must be garbage. It's like, no, it's because I like power metal, which is their, the child thereof.
Awesome, man.
I mean, I was playing Oingo Boingo at work today.
Look, Rune, all you got to do is just be like, if you don't like hair metal, that means you don't like Twisted Sister, which means you're not progressive and woke, so you cancel.
Right, but the thing is that also it's now no longer acceptable to like Twisted Sister because D. Schneider mouthed off and said some stupid stuff about the capital what's it. So it's like you can't win.
Yeah.
You don't have to like things anymore, man.
That's all right.
Except for Beardzzerker, obviously. We can like that.
Yes.
We have some cameos in Beardzzerker. You know, if you couldn't tell, Rune, the two Z's in the logo are well, you can tell, right? Go ahead and scroll down a little bit. You got that reference, right?
I know that reference.
Steve Rogers knows that reference.
Yeah.
You know
Wait a minute,
the actual funny thing. You know the actual funny thing about that, right? Is that the only man in the band that had the name Beard didn't have a beard.
Beard, right? The drummer.
True. Yeah, the drummer.
Frank Beard.
Yep. All right, how far am I scrolling, Don?
For what?
You said scroll down.
I didn't tell you to scroll down,
told
did
him
I?
to scroll, Don.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
I just wanted you to see the logo, which is way at the top.
Oh,
there you go.
There.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
okay.
man. Don't
I'm
ask me.
I'm scrolling aimlessly. Like we all get the ZZ Top reference. I'm thinking there's some art or something I'm looking for that I missed. Like, what are we doing?
Well, if you scroll down a little bit more, there's a preview page from Bill where Beardzzerker gets his guitar. It's you're almost there,
Rufus,
right
yeah.
there. Okay, so one more down.
I like how you pulled Rufus from the Bill and Ted stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, so that panel, if you scroll just a little bit further up, you can see the ZZ Top guys.
Does Ted make an appearance?
Yeah, it's Bill. It would be Bill.
Yes.
Oh, Bill. Does Bill make an appearance? I always thought Keanu was Bill. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
just drawing the book. I don't appear.
You got to leave something out for a sequel, man.
Yeah, for a second I totally thought that Bill drew himself into the comic.
Well, we're at the very bottom. Go ahead and scroll down to the very bottom, Church. There you go.
Hey,
Yeah,
you're
we took
right.
that
You
promo
are
shot a
fitting
long
into
time ago.
Keanu, Bill.
Whoa.
I know Kung
It's
Fu.
like, no, you guys are awesome.
Bill thinks that I look buff, but I think I look like I have breasts.
Why can't you do both?
I don't know. I'm
You can be
uncomfortable
buff
with
with
the way. I'm uncomfortable with the way that his T-shirt is hanging down. I never really noticed it before.
You might have like one boob right in the middle.
All right. You have the extra boob from the 3-boob chick from Demolition Man.
It's either that, it's either that or you have like a little nipple-shaped arc reactor just sticking out of your chest.
That's what Power's done. He's not
That's
Power's
what Power's done, Chin.
He's not
It's a
Power's
power reactor.
Yeah, he's got his own arc reactor.
Okay, you can scroll back up again. I'm making your work tonight.
I mean, I now have this mental image of Don Chin as a Terminator.
I'll be
Don't give the game up, okay?
Oh, you're
for the
giving me
love.
lots of ideas for writing a parody song here, Don.
Yeah. Good. So all the covers. There's 6 different covers. We got She, Rainbow the Brute.
Who does the who? Oh, Preston did the rainbow cover, or
Correct.
who did the?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Bill got his got to do the fun piece with Billy Tucci. She. That's Dax Martian. There you go.
There's She. Yeah. What's
Yeah,
she
the
doing
She
here?
cover
Is that Batman at the bottom?
Yeah.
Spotman.
But that's a historic thing for us, that She cover, because this is the first time that we actually got legitimate permission to use someone's character on one of our parody covers or in the parody context.
Man, Bazooka Dog.
Yeah, Bazooka Dog.
Yeah, because that's impressive that you guys got permission. Because my favorite story that Don told us was your swimsuit issues from Parody Press back in the day. Your first and second annual were 3 years apart because you guys got in trouble from Marvel.
A little bit, yeah.
And to this day, that is my favorite story.
Look, that was when. Hey, here. How about this, Don? If you hit 8,000, how about you just send me 2 ribbon bookmarks instead of another copy of X-Bars?
Okay. No, you got it. I'll look in my bag of tricks, Church. You know I'm not going to leave you hanging.
I know.
Don, should I show the other thing that you sent me?
Oh God, are you gonna show off? Do I have to go get my autographed mug and my my autographed?
No. I'm just showing. I got one of the bookmarks too.
Yeah.
Those are sexy. I love those.
He got like a sneak peek of our Beardzzerker perks. So because I know he's a musician,
awesome. and nice, good quality.
He's a rock star in our book. So. Look at that handsome man. He looks like he should be like in I don't know, Leonard Skinner or something.
Anywhere but with me.
I didn't realize until this minute just how desperately I wanted to see Beardzzerker kill Shrek.
Kill who?
Shrek.
Oh, Shrek. Really?
Well, because the bookmark says Rockstar, right?
Right.
And instantly my brain went to that stupid song.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I get it.
The murder hornets, are those a Cyberfrog carryover?
I might have had a little bit of Cyberfrog residue in my brain because I wrote the hamster book.
Residue.
But more so, they're like a take on the murder hornets that were supposed to.
The day is rapidly approaching where we are going to review what could have been.
Right. I'm just wondering
I'm giving it some time, but
I'm wondering if Dynamite. I don't want to advertise it too much because Dynamite paid me for the script, so I'm thinking.
I mean, they paid you for it. It's all good, but I mean, just because I hacked your hard drive doesn't mean that you're responsible for the information that I have.
I mean, now I have to ask, Don, what's it like to be successful?
Well, he sells a lot of houses, and that was his failing comic project. So.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not making enough money on these projects to, this is like my hobby. We did really well in the '90s, but it's hard to make money in comics unless you're Ethan or kind of.
I get you.
Bill does all right. He gets a guaranteed page rate. When you're the kind of the bankrolling it, you kind of roll the dice and X-Farce pretty much just kind of broke even, and Beardzzerker, our goal on X-Farce was less than 2,000. I don't know why I put it that low, but
let's get a minute and just like reel back in like what our expectations are, because and not like reel them in the sense of like pull them back, but the thing is like just take stock that as a creator, I'm in graphic design, you're in comics, but as a creator, there's just some kind of like sense of, I don't know, there's a sense of pride when you break even on a project, but you realize like, okay, well, now there are hundreds, if not thousands of people with my content in their possession that have enjoyed it and paid me money for it.
That's
At the
true.
end of the day, like there's a certain thing like when I go on vacation and say I go to the Midwest, say I take a trip out to Texas, just to the full West, and go on a barbecue tour. When I see a hat or a T-shirt that I had a hand in, it's really hard not to just walk over and say, "Hey, man, nice gear you got on." You know.
Oh, that's great.
I bet the guy that designed that knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, Bill gets.
That's the best feeling in the world, man. That's like crack for me when I see like a book on the shelf, or that somebody has it, or somebody's say they bought it like years ago or whatever.
Imagine that happened when you went out for a burger for dinner. Imagine you're sitting down at the table for a. No. Imagine that happens when you go out to dinner and you just see somebody wearing like a hat or a T-shirt or something that you did.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Oh, that's the best feeling in the world.
That shit's like crack. Like I don't even know how to deal with that. Still.
I mean, Bill, that sketch card that I bought off of you, that's sitting up on my shelf next to my collection of Parody Press and Hamster comics that I bought online used. So.
Well, dude, see that stuff like that that's what I live for. That's
I will say, Bill,
that is my crack.
I'm a little disappointed.
Not
I did get my cable. I did get my cable TV sketch card. I did not get my Don Chen sketch card.
Oh, not yet. Did I promise you one? I might. I was gonna say.
I was breaking balls. We were on stream together. I told him that I wanted when I backed the lunchbox, that I wanted the Don Chen sketch card. But it's okay. I got cable TV.
All right.
I got cable TV. It's all right.
No, it's the best feeling in the world, man.
Bill's had people cosplay his character. That must be a cool, tribute.
That's really cool. All of that is any creative person when you see like your stuff out there in any way, shape, or form. Saying that's crack for you. That's not an understatement at all. That makes me want to keep on creating and keep on making cool stuff, and it gives me an excuse to connect with people, because this is the thing that I do. And it's kind of cool that other like-minded people, or just people that enjoy the work. Like everybody has, like, I'm a fan of other people's work or movies or art or whatever, and I collect their stuff. So it's like I understand, like, everybody's got that little part to play, because without the person that enjoys the work, the person that's doing the work, there's nowhere for it to go. So it's a dead end. Just like without Don producing the book and writing the book, I wouldn't have something to draw. Like Parody Press for 10 years wouldn't have existed if we all didn't play our individual parts. So I mean, it's such a good excuse for us to all do things together and connect and have fun.
I mean, that's basically what I was saying in a conversation recently. I was saying that it's all about putting books in the hands of people who want them.
Yeah, it's almost like when we were kids, just finding reasons and excuses to like do cool stuff together that we all like. It's just that as an adult, it sucks in a way, only because we have to monetize our time, because we have to eat, and pay rent, and do, so we have to actually be a little bit more creative in that space, where we're figuring out, oh, this is the cool fun thing I want to do, this is the cool fun thing I want to support, but I also have to figure out a way to monetize it and support it and make sure that it, and the market then decides after that whether or not you live or die.
Right.
It's like I reminisce a lot about like my high school, blues jam band, where we would just hang out for 6 hours just playing music, and not a care in the world. And today, like, I'm like, man, if I want to do something like that, this needs to make money.
Exactly. And that's that exact same formula. That's the exact same problem with comics or even if we were making films or little TV shows or whatever, we happen to be making comics. So that's the exact same problem, or the exact same challenge that we have, is that we have to monetize our time and make sure that it works that way. So that way we can all actually can afford to spend the time together doing the cool thing that we want to do. So it's cool, but it's also a challenge, so it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of love from people in order to get the support and actually be able to do the thing,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
not to divert too far, but RuneKnight brought up a show topic, and I mentioned it to you, Don and Bill. I think you'll appreciate this. How big of an X-Men fan are you?
Oh well,
I would say I'm a medium to large X-Men fan.
Okay, so
If
is that in logistical sizes? Or is that in logistical size? Or is that...
We're about to end that entirely.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
do you have,
Bill has
do
seen
you have some
this or
images?
not.
You have some images you can send me from the
Do
covers
I?
or whatever.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yes. I can get
Oh, here.
more from the.
What was
preview.
it? It was the Hellions and Marauders mainly, right?
It's a Hellfire Gala.
Yes.
No, I know, but I'm
Yes,
trying to
yes.
figure out which covers I need to pull up. Oh no, there's one for every title.
Yeah,
Right.
It's one
Oh.
book with a fashion show for every title in the event.
Okay. How
Yeah.
many titles are in the event? Is it more than 4? Because I've only pulled up 4.
It's a couple. Yeah. Give me a second.
Bill, have you seen this yet?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Well, you'll see. You'll see. It's been the talk of Twitter for the last week.
Oh yeah.
I like the way you said that all ominously. It's like, you'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see.
Don channeling his inner Yoda. I'm not afraid. You will be.
You will
I'm
be.
not afraid.
No, I'm not a big fan of what they did. A couple of the characters look okay to me, but the rest of them, it's pretty cringy.
All right. How many of these do you want me to send you, Church?
Whichever ones you want to talk about, mainly.
Okay. I mean, I couldn't find the. There's one Native American one that I sent my friend David, who's a Native American. I said, "What do you think about this?" And he's like, "Who is that?" And I said, "I'm not quite sure. They didn't name it." But,
Oh, are you talking about the guy in the brown
Here,
outfit with the gold
let me-
trim?
let me just start sending you bits, and then we'll work back from there.
Oh, this one has all of them. Okay, so we got the X-Men.
Oh, you found a thing? Cool.
Kinda.
The suspense is killing Bill.
Oh yeah. No, as an artist, I'm sure he's just going to be rubbing his hands together, going, "Oh, this going to be good."
As a parody artist, no less. I'm glad I said as much whiskey as I did. Iceman alone.
Okay. Here we go.
is troubling.
There we go.
All right, I've got I've got Marauders, I've got X-Force, I've got Hellions, and I've got X-Men.
Yeah, and there's also,
Okay.
I believe, one for the Hellfire Club.
Well,
Which
we're gonna do without them because I don't have
so while you're pulling that up, by the way, Don, I loved in X-Force Reloaded your parody of Powers of X and House of X. That was probably, besides the bit where they're stuck in Antarctica with your parody of the Avengers.
Ayrton.
That was
Ayrton.
Oh, you got
Thank
it.
you.
Ayrton,
Thank you, bud.
shut the fuck up. We're gonna review X-Force Reloaded. Stop spoiling content.
Sorry.
On this show or another one?
On a future show. This
Oh,
is
okay,
a Beardzzerker
cool.
show.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Church.
All I was saying is I love those. That's all I was
Thanks,
gonna
man.
say.
Thank you.
You know what I don't love? You know what I don't love?
When I mess up,
I don't love.
Help me.
No, I don't love Iceman in heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Are those heels or are those like a high pump?
I mean, the fact that you know the
But
difference
heels,
makes
but
me question your.
corset ankle.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he knows the difference. I just think he's aware of the offensiveness. Because I took them to be like
I'm an alt-right influencer. I don't care about offending people.
I was thinking they were the lips like from for Kiss.
This is
Yeah,
what
they do
happened.
Yeah,
look
but
like
there are
those
no
lips.
but there are no skulls, so it's not cool and manly.
Well,
True.
yeah, no, clearly not.
So is his
I have a
corset
comment
cape
here.
supposed to be draping behind him?
Go ahead.
Because it's like it's supposed to be
Ice
solid.
fairy. He's like an ice fairy.
Yes.
Um,
But here's the thing,
I
Don.
don't think you're allowed
You
to
said
call
it
them
right
that
there.
anymore, Don.
He's like an ice fairy. See, he and ice fairy really don't work too well together in the same sentence.
no.
So you could say ice fairy, but then if you put stank
Also-
on it, it sounds different. So you could say ice fairy. You
Also-
could say like ice fairy.
Also,
Okay.
look at Bishop. And is this the Bishop you wanted, Bill? Bill, is this the Bishop you wanted?
No, I don't think this 1981 version of Bichot. This is Bichot. This is not Bishop. This
So-
is
Okay.
Bichot.
So Church, in show suggestions back on our pit, I have been sending you pages from the preview.
Oh, I'm not going to
No.
get into that. I'm not going to
Okay.
get into that yet.
All right.
So I don't even know what I'm looking at. We have somebody and then Professor X, Banshee.
No, the name,
Bishop,
no, the names are listed, Ayrton. If you look in the
Oh.
corner, you have Pyro,
I see.
Sebastian Shaw, Banshee,
Okay,
Bishop, and Iceman.
Yeah, I thought it was Professor X too. I was like, is that Professor
It's the
like
T. It's
leader?
the T.
No, Professor
It's
X looks
nine-
absolutely ridiculous. Apparently, he can walk now
17.
and has a big fishbowl in his head, which I've seen for a while.
Because
but I
I
don't like it.
copy of Phantom X's body.
Professor X Fury.
Yeah.
Why
So we
is
have
Professor
11,
X Fury like?
16. Okay, we have more characters than you have listed in those pages over here. So
Yeah.
I think we've got them all. Yeah, we've got them all. Okay.
So it's like
So,
Project Runway meets the X-Men.
Let's start with the X-Men.
No, it's
now look
it's
at this-
Project
RuPaul's
Runway.
Drag Race meets X-Men.
It's like
There
Dancing
you
with the
go.
Stars.
Now let's look at this X-Men lineup real quick and tell me if any of these people actually deserve the title of X-Man. We've got Sunfire, which I'll give a pass to. We've got Cinch, who the fuck is that?
That's a Generation X guy.
Colossus is an X-Man. We've got X-23, which they're mislabeling as Wolverine.
And
And
lost
then
her
we've got
pant leg.
Cannonball. Well, we don't know that she lost her pant leg. Those could just be high boots. We don't know. We haven't seen the second leg yet.
Well, I actually have some interesting input about this. So the first thing that I had, like the first response I had is, "Oh my God, they can't tell Mr. Sinister and Colossus apart." Because if you look, the two appearances are reasonably similar.
Yeah, I totally thought that was Sinister, not.
That's what I was thinking too.
But the next thing is oh look, Cinch looks like a pimp because that's a good decision making. But no, my
Right.
friend
Yeah,
Josh.
for callers,
Well,
always say pimp.
Well,
He's in Run DMC.
Well, here's the thing. Kitty Pryde's not on the team, so he is a pimp. He's pimping out all the other people and
Well, here's,
Iceman.
here's the thing. My friend Josh, who used to work for the UN, right, and is knowledgeable about a lot of things,
Is a
says
pimp?
that
And where's
no,
this?
no. He said that anyone who's actually Japanese would be deeply offended by Sunfire's appearance because that's not Japanese. That's Imperial Chinese. That style of dress.
Yeah, I can
yeah.
see where that would be offensive.
They've mixed cultures as though they're all the same because they're from Asia land, and it's like no.
Wait, are you saying they're not as woke as they should be?
Yeah.
They need to be accurately woke. Cannonball.
Why is the bourbon
Cannonball's
gone?
got that Battlestar Galactica kind of cape going.
That was the ultimate
Starbucks.
thing. Was in the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In the conversation I had with Josh, he said, "I know what this is." And I said, "Well, what is it?" He said, "It's anime. They're trying to be manga, and they're doing it badly."
Yeah,
and
they're dressing up all the mutants like JoJo villains.
The thing is, I realized he's right because the actual joke here is there's an anime and manga called Bleach, and it is a public secret that the artist there created it expressly because he was a frustrated fashion designer who couldn't do the designs he wanted to do in reality, so he made a shonen comic where he could just do his guys up in neat costumes. And even though that comic is, your mileage may vary, awful, right? It does this better than they're doing it by imitation.
Well, what I don't understand is if you're a fashion designer, why you contrast Peter Rasputin in black and silver and then use gold accents when you could easily use white, gold, silver, or platinum.
Because I think there's a reason the person who did this is not actually working in fashion. Or if they are, there's a reason they work on the runway and not in applied clothing. Because the stuff for the runway is not the actual clothes you make. It's just proof of concept that you can actually work.
Well, we move on to the Hellions, and we get Havoc, Psylocke, Mr. Sinister, Exodus. And can somebody explain to me who Exodus is? I've read a couple of stories with him in it, but I still have no idea who the fuck
He is
Exodus
the second book of the Bible. God.
In human form. That makes a lot of sense.
In human form.
Why isn't he banging the speaker right now? Because isn't the book of the Bible always like the beginning portion?
The thing that bothers me is that Mystique is a fire hazard.
I mean, isn't she normally?
She's going to walk past a candle and she's going to just explode.
Also, we have the X-Men who are apparently... Now, this is where you get your pant leg situation, because we also have a second Wolverine in X-Force. We have Sage with one pant leg and a dress brooch. We have Domino, not Domino's Pizza, but Domino in a cybernetic arm and a leather jumpsuit. We've got Beast in short pants, Kid Omega, which who the fuck even is that? And then Professor X, like Mr. T up in this bitch.
Well, here's the part that I find painful about this. Among the many things that are painful.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done yet.
All right.
We got to go through the Marauders.
All right.
We got Pyro in his Dios de Muerta.
Who's going to light himself on fire, I just want to say.
Right. And then we've got Sebastian Shaw, who's, cosplaying as Crippled Jesus in a wheelchair.
No, he's cosplaying as Professor X because he wants to be a more interesting character.
No. See, he's got the eye patch and the scars over his eyes like Bishop. And he's in a wheelchair like Professor X. He's obviously cosplaying as Crippled Jesus.
Well, I mean, he could also be cosplaying as Nick
Fury thing going. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Nick Fury with chops.
We've got Banshee. Banshee actually looks pretty good with the exception of this bullshit tie. Like, if they take this tie away, I could actually respect this ensemble.
I don't
little
like
pretentious
on the collar.
Look, if you had that kind of chest and no chest hair, you'd show it off too. Don't be a bitch.
I think he shaved off his chest there and made a collar out of it.
I was gonna say, guys, in the original X-Cons book that Bill and I did back in the 90s, we had a chapter. The first chapter was the X-Men, Lee and Kirby, that we reprinted in X-Farce. And then the second chapter was a spoof of the Dave Cockrum era, when the new X-Men came. And we had a different writer on that story, but he made Banshee Manchi, and it was a drag queen singer. And now, like 30 years later, it's come true.
Wait a minute.
You see what happens, fools?
My brain just my brain just slipped a gear. because I just put together something and I feel stupid. Why is Bishop a marauder?
Because they
Like,
have
I don't
nowhere
know,
else
but-
to put him.
No. Like I understand Iceman because Iceman's been not a character for the better part of a decade since they made him gay. He's clearly just a walking trope. But
Right.
Bishop is an X-Man for a reason.
But he's an X-Man from a timeline that no longer exists because Days of Future Past happened. Like, Bishop
Right.
should have ceased to
I'll-
exist after the dissolution of Days of Future Past.
But the thing is, he has no reason to stand with the Marauders, nor does Banshee really.
This is kind of a big deal for me, and this is something that pisses me off.
Okay.
Bishop, as a character, existed so that Days of Future Past would have a catalyst. Once
Right.
Days of Future Past happened, and we understand that Days of Future Past happened because of Sentinel obfuscation. Bishop would cease to exist because his parents would have never gotten together under a mutant control, a mutant centric Sentinel controlled future. His parents never would have met one another because they wouldn't have been in an internment camp for people with the ability to breed mutants.
Well, the thing is that by that same metric, Cable can't exist anymore either.
No, Cable exists because he exists from a timeline that is so far flung in the future it can kind of always happen.
Right, but the thing is that he's a direct descendant not of the Summers, as in by multiple extractions, but literally because the Cyclops and Jean were transported to another timeline, and if that never happened because of Cable's
Well, no, because
then it doesn't happen.
They worked that out, and Scott and Madeline Pride also produce a Cable. It just becomes an
I'm still stuck on Don predicting the future from 25 years ago. And I just hope he doesn't tell me to beware the Ides of March, because I don't want to be stabbed by 30 people while I'm walking into work.
You're not important enough to be stabbed by 30 people walking into work. Your name's not Caesar.
Yeah, he'll only be
stabbed
stabbed
by
by
I don't
4
annoy
people.
all of my coworkers.
See, Don, you're less a comedian and more a prophet. I'm telling you.
The real thing that I wanted to grumble about is you have X-Force, and not only do
Actually,
they have
go ahead and real quick. Go ahead and go off. I have a child situation again.
Sweet. Can you put it back on X-Force before you go?
Sure.
I guess. Okay. My real problem with this is not only is it the least interesting of these terrible costumes, right? Like everybody else is flamboyant, but X-Force is not. But as I understand it, X-Force is the X-Men as a government agency, or sometimes as a extremist paramilitary faction when Cable's in charge, right? So why is it that everyone decided we're going to specifically go out of our way to pretend that we're James Bond? The only one who can make that work is Wolverine because he's been an actual spy. The rest of these characters should theoretically have better taste. I mean, maybe Beast. I can imagine Beast wearing a tuxedo, but not with short pants. What the fuck?
Yeah, the short pants gets me.
And Domino just looks like Black Widow, which is also a undermining of her character.
I'm offended. I have a suit exactly like Beast's in this image.
Ayrton?
With short pants?
Have you worn it?
Yes.
Okay, so we now know exactly what kind of person would wear it. Thank you for supporting the argument.
To be fair, I have hairy legs like Beast, so I should probably be wearing those pants.
I mean,
yeah. You know, show off those scams, Bill.
It's even blue.
I mean,
you might need more iron in your diet then.
Are we going to get a Bill Moss Beast cosplay with you just painted blue and almost naked wearing short pants? Is that in the future?
My little Chippendales outfit suit with shorts.
He does wear specs like you, Bill.
The cosplay set's called Oh My Stars and Garters.
There you go.
I can.
And that was what killed Purity Press, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, that was it. Bill got waxed and Bill disappeared.
So since Church isn't back yet, how do you feel about for a song, Don? Beardzzerker instead of Barracuda.
I like it. That's pretty funny.
I like it a lot better than any of these gala costumes. Like, it looks like the X-Men got suited up to go to the Grammys, and they all dressed up like JoJo villains.
I just want to know why that Kid Omega guy's got he's got like the pocket protector pouches on his arm.
I want to know who the fuck Kid Omega is.
On top of his suit.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god. I've got it. I know what's going on in this picture. So Wolverine is Wolverine. Sage is being a Bond girl. Domino's being Black Widow. Beast is being Beast. And then Kid Omega is one of those guys from the Kingsman. This is
I can see that, Kingsman, yeah.
This is literally somebody just lifting from as many other sources and putting them together because they're all wearing black suits, and it's like no.
And then Charles is just Q.
Yeah, clearly.
Look at their pants are like super tight.
Kid Omega, Quintavious Quirnerius Quire, also known as Kid Omega, is a fictional character appearing in American comic book published by Marvel Comics. Here's the full image here.
It's the most obnoxious character I've heard about since the original Doug Ramsey before he became Doug Lock.
This is what he looks like normally. So he's got danger hair, and he apparently has Phoenix Force inside of him.
Okay.
Things to fix.
He joins the student body of Xavier Institute after Professor X's return from averting a war with Genosha and rebuilding the X Mansion. He immediately stands out as a brilliant intellect and quickly becomes Xavier's prized pupil. This guy right here is a prized pupil.
This is why I don't get to work at Marvel. This is it. This is exactly it.
You're not woke enough, my friend. Monroe.
No, it's not even that I'm not woke enough. It's that if I somehow got to work for Marvel, I'd be advocating hard to get to write the story where this character gets viciously murdered in front of witnesses on national TV, and he doesn't get to come back.
Rune is literally a cripple. Like he's woken up for Marvel.
Yeah, no, I have major. I just have the wrong sexual organs, and I'm the wrong color.
That's what shoe polish is for.
You're not in Canada. You can't do that.
Ayrton?
Fair.
5 minutes in the penalty box.
Just start singing Deo. It'll be fine.
What I want to understand is why Professor X is wearing like all of Mr. T's gold chains.
All of them. All of them.
He's even wearing the backup gold chains.
I pity fool read my mind. You'll read my mind. I read your mind. Read my mind, pity fool. Pity fool, get out of here, read my mind. Look at my gold chain. My ankles got chained. My feet got chained.
Professor T.
The X is just a sideways T.
Oh my god! We've come
Don't you tell me it's sideways. I do what I want.
We've come full circle. We've talked about Dolph Lundgren and Mr. T.
I think that's the next Parody Press comic, Professor T.
Professor T and Alphabet Man.
Professor T.
Oh God! You guys could do that. What if Mr. T had started the X-Men?
Don, if you're not writing this down, I'm going to be so mad.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. I could smell fresh ink.
Oh my
of the
God.
Blackbird,
This is inspired stuff.
It's just an old Dodge Caravan.
These are the kind of ideas that only happen 1 hour and 44 minutes after talking
Yeah.
about beards.
Yeah, it's Professor T and the T team. Instead of the
T-team.
X-Men, it's the T team.
There you go.
No,
Pretty good.
no, Church. It's Professor T and a team.
Team.
Yeah,
I like it.
I got
That's
it.
subtle.
I got it.
That's
Yeah.
subtle. It's subtle.
Yeah.
I like it when a book comes together.
You're welcome. We don't even want any royalties. You should just put our name in the book.
That's good, guys.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
You have on the front page where you have all the names, thanking all the backers and whatnot. You just say, "And who's to blame?" You just.
That's right. That's right. You can thank
drank.
Church of Failure and crew for this.
Church, I'm sending you something in your inbox on Twitter.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna tell the other guys what it is. But here it
Okay.
comes.
All right. I'm looking for it.
I'm gonna be a gentleman and assume it's not a dick pic.
Holy goddamn! Are you shitting me? It is the dick pic. John done went and pulled it out on me, guys.
Pity fool.
Oh,
A pity person joked on chin.
were you there, Bill? Were you at that
Chin, my
con?
friend.
Were you
What
at
year
that
was it?
con
Because
with,
I was at every single con and starting with 91. So if it was 91 or afterwards, I knew I was there.
I think it was Capital City, like a distributor con. I think it was a show where Mr. T was there, not for the fans, but
he was promoting a book during
yeah,
those.
he had a Mr. T comic book.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I totally remember that. Yep.
He gave a speech and everything. So
Don, that's exactly
Don got
how
it.
Parsenovich drew you back in the late 80s.
yeah, I kind of that's the way I looked.
Wow.
Yeah, he
I
was
kinda-
huge, black with the beard, gold chains, and everything.
Yeah, and all the gold chains.
I mean, do you and Mr. T still hang out on World of Warcraft? Are you in his guild?
Does he play World of Warcraft?
He does. That's why he appeared in
He
the
does.
World of Warcraft ads. He plays a night
Oh,
elf.
I didn't know that. No.
Him
He's fun to follow
and
on-
Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
Him,
he's
Henry
fun to follow on
Cavill,
Twitter.
and William Shatner all play World of Warcraft.
That is hilarious.
I can't picture William Shatner playing a video game. I can't picture that making
picture
sense. to
William
me.
Shatner doing anything but womanizing.
It was cool when he did it in space.
Right.
Oh my god.
I love that picture.
Look, we all know Bill Shatner had a harem of Orion chicks. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was fun, guys.
Well, we are in the final 7 minutes of the show. So any plugs we want to get out, I'll go ahead and refresh the page, see if we've got any additional backers. Because the 100th backer should get that copy of X-Files that I politely declined.
I'll tell you, man, who's going to be that magical person? All it takes is one more backer. We could break 5.
I know.
That's
I might
right.
have to do a special promotion on that.
I don't think you'll have to do a special promotion. I'm pretty sure you'll get to 7K without issue in the next 30 days. As much promotion as you do, Don, like you're a tireless fucking machine.
Thank you. I try. I've been bringing Bill in to spice things up, and I always appreciate him being my wingman.
Because I'm a spicy. Apparently.
That's the man.
Yeah, we want to
No,
keep on doing
seriously.
Rarity Press books, man. So we got to make these things happen, so we can keep on having some fun.
I still
Yeah.
can't believe you met fucking Mr.
T?
T in real life.
Yeah.
I wasn't convinced that he was an actual real person until I saw that picture of you with him.
He's a big man. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the obvious intimation is that Mr. T is real, but Don Chin might not be.
You're just a digital creation, Don.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope after a year and a half, I would assume he'd be real and not just a collective figure of mine in Church's imagination.
No, I'm a real person.
Yeah, Ayrton's too afraid to do the kind of drugs that I do to, create a dungeon.
No, I had a good time. It was nice to meet you, Rune.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate
if you guys ever like start accepting submissions or open up for additional labor, like I will come and whimper at your door, be like, I would like to work.
Yeah, well, definitely send me some of your stuff. I mean,
that's Rune's very subtle way of saying he has some really good ideas and is a brilliant writer, but is too nervous to just outright ask people if they want to read some of the stuff he's written.
Oh no, it's not subtle at all. I'm not gonna eat up other people's time being like, pay me, I'm desperate. But no, I did an ash can for Dillard for the buckler.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
It's still in development. Like I gave him the first draft way early, and he's like, I don't need this right now. It's like, well, here it is. You can think about it. And he tells me I'm supposed to more actively advocate that I am the writer for the ash can of the buckler. Like, okay.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. I love John. That shows a lot of talent right there, man.
I guess we can plug that while we're here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's the only other book I backed.
Let's see what Indiegogo has to say about the buckler. John Dillard is an alt-right Hispanic influencer.
Oh, okay.
The Buckler, an epic dark comedy that follows a man's fall from race and glorious rise to infamy. Created by John Dillard, The Buckler. And where can I get this ash can that Rune is part of?
Is it just me, or did you guys did you think Dillard was from Canada when you first?
But other than that, what I will send you here, Don.
Oh God! Apparently, the buckler in the ash can is sold out. You just can't get the graphic novel and the ash can and original art anymore.
But Don, if you look in the private chat, I have sent you a link. Okay. This is our we failed. We didn't complete our goals. We didn't get backing. But this is our attempted book over at Unity Press, Archetype Comics. This is the Executioner that I have just sent you. I wrote this. We had a different artist do this. So you can both judge it harshly and be like,
hey, I like it. You should send it over to Committed. Doesn't Committed take submissions, Bill?
I don't know who that is.
Committed Comics. You should look them up. The publisher's name is Tom.
I can do
Tom Doherty. Thomas Doherty.
Tom.
And if you look up committedcomics.com, Committed Comics is a independent publisher, and their motto or their mission statement is that they look for talent. They look for new talent. And all of the books that they publish are all creator-owned books. Right now, they're the official publisher of Nira X Cyber Angel, which is the book that I do. And they publish like 10 or 15 different titles, but they've always got their eyes open for other things. So as shows start moving back into our lives again and start publishing a little bit more often, it'd be nice to have something like that in your back pocket.
Well, the other things I'm working on is I'm kicking around a book that I'm transcribing the script from a Word document to a actual formatted script. called the High Flying Hombre Lobo.
That sounds fun. That sounds cool.
It's it's the tale of a young man who finds a magical luchador mask and becomes a actual superhero. But once you know about the occult underworld that exists in the Southwest, you can't unsee it. So you have this guy with werewolf-like powers and luchador maneuvers fighting, vampires on Saturday night with his best bud, who is a normal who really wants to be a sidekick called El Pup, and they do ridiculous stuff. It's very much throwback to early Spider-Man and kind of just a little touch of classic Adam West's 1960s Batman.
Yeah.
Where it's fun action adventure over the top, but there's a strong horror, like freaky stuff in the dark undercurrent as well.
Awesome.
I just haven't.
That sounds cool. Yeah, it sounds super cool.
And
check it out.
And you guys are doing Beardzzerker.
Yeah, this looks good.
With that, Bill, Don, if you guys want to throw a final pitch before we get out of here.
Final pitch. Well, we talked a lot about Beardzzerker, so I wanted to say thank you for all the support, especially with the three people in this room with us. That's if I could get backing like that every show I went on, I'd be a rich man. But besides that, as you know,
not everybody's as balling as us. It's okay. Don't change.
What's that?
So not everybody's as balling as us. Don't change.
That's true. you guys are like family, comics family to us. So I did want to say we still have X-Farce Reloaded available. So if you go to xfarce.com, you can still pick that up in demand, and still have a few lunch boxes and a few mugs left as well.
That's awesome.
And you need to get that lunchbox. You need to get that lunchbox to take to work, because your coworkers will think you're absolutely insane, and they won't bother you anymore.
I will freely admit that I'd be hard pressed not to use an awesome Beardzzerker coffee cup for coffee, no matter how much I want to keep it nice.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, Bill, you want to tell people where obviously you have your URL on your name right there.
Oh yeah. You can find me there or at billmouse.com if .coms are easier to remember. I'm usually more active on my Facebook page, and that's just facebook.com/BillMouse, and that's about it. All the Kickstarters that I did have running, they're complete now, and I'm actually working on fulfilling those. So the next new ones that'll come up are going to be Anira X Reborn issue number 3, and I have a special Kickstarter coming up with Steve Stern, co-creator of Zen Intergalactic Ninja. We have a Zen Kickstarter that's going to come up probably right after the summertime. So those are things that are coming up, and that's where I'm at. And please buy more Beardzzerker.
Yes,
thank
you.
Essentially, Bill never sleeps, is what he's saying. He just sits in his studio and just draws.
Yes.
I mean,
he floats in the air wrapped in a sheet. He's not a real person. He's a ghost wrapped in the beat.
Sleep is for the weak, man.
Yeah. During the day, pizza. During the late afternoons, bags of M&Ms, whatever caffeine I can get a hold of. And this is how I live. This is how I live. This is what I live for. So.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for having us on. We had a great time.
Mm-hmm. Always, buddy. We always
it's
enjoy
good to hang out with you guys for
thank
sure.
You guys as always.
Hey, thank you,
Ayrton. You want to get us out of here?
Oh yes. Good night, everybody. Go back, Beardzzerker.
Correct.
Gracias.
Go back, Beardzzerker. Link in the description. Follow Don. Follow Bill. Follow Ayrton. Follow Rune. Follow me. All in the description down below. Until next time, folks. Read good comics. Don't buy shitty ones. Good night.